Your political specialist, Sean Boyd, has been talking to a Colorado congressman who is coming to the aid of desperate travelers.
And Sean, why so much demand for passports right now?
Well, Karen, millions of people allowed them to lapse during the pandemic and are now rushing to renew. The backlog so bad, Congressman Joe Neguse's office has fielded more than 200 calls a week from panicked travelers. So many, he assigned a staffer to work almost exclusively on passports while he works to fix the problem. When Craig and Robin Foster's daughter decided to move to New Zealand for a year after high school, a passport was the least of their worries.
We had a full year before it expired, so I thought we had time.
It wasn't until they applied for a travel visa that they realized they had a problem.
It required 3 months extended beyond the time frame of the visa.
To get a year-long visa, she needed a new passport, and fast. She was set to leave the end of the month.
So we were kind of like, oh boy.
Their dilemma hardly unusual. The State Department is receiving 430,000 passport applications a week due to pent-up demand as a result of the pandemic. The current estimated processing time is 10 to 13 weeks, or 7 to 9 weeks for those willing to pay for expedited service.
So that has meant that we have had at the congressional staff level to do everything we can to make sure that constituents feel like they've got someone in their corner.
Congressman Joe Neguse says his office is hearing from so many panicked passport seekers, he assigned constituent advocate Erica Bloom to passport duty. She gets calls every day, 7 days a week, from travelers in a jam. Last year, she helped more than 1,000 Coloradans. This year, she's already surpassed that.
Navigating the federal bureaucracy can be complex and onerous, and so our staff will lean in. They have great relationships with folks at the federal government. They are trusted.
While Colorado has one of only a couple dozen passport offices for on-the-spot in-person renewals, getting an appointment can be nearly impossible. Bloom got the Fosters in within days.
Sent her an email and she responded right away, while she was on vacation too, by the way.
Yeah. Their advice to other would-be world travelers?
Check the requirements of the country first to ensure that you're meeting their requirements as well, because it doesn't matter what we say here in the U.S., it's what they're requiring when we come in.
Congressman Neguse is now pushing for funding to allow the State Department to hire more processors. Meanwhile, you might want to check the expiration on your passport. Some countries won't even let you in if your passport expires within 6 months of arrival. And starting next year, most of the European Union will require U.S. citizens get a special travel authorization for trips there.